Does Facebook really care to take down imposter accounts? That's the question that I have today. And I'm going to show you how I believe that they really don't care at all. So let's watch the video. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you a little information. So this weekend, I think it was on Saturday, maybe it was Sunday, but no, it was definitely Saturday. So what happened was I got a message that somebody stated on one of my photos that I had scammed them. And the funny thing is that I didn't see the information until I was looking back on an old video and I saw a message and I was like, where'd that come from? And the message was more or less from somebody saying that I had scammed them and they had found my fake account and they knew where my real account was. And if you look at the video here, this is my real Facebook. So as you can see, it's a lot of information, and over the years I've added a lot of content. But off of this message here, which I didn't know at the time, somebody had placed a message in there. And I was like, what in the world is the message that they placed? So what I did is I looked at the info, and I hid it now, but it says, nice that you removed my post again, kindly return my money. And I was like, what in the world are you talking about? So I was kind of taken back because I'm like, what are you talking about? I haven't scammed anybody. And ultimately, I kind of kept saying in the message, or to the person, I kept saying, show me the proof, because I don't know what you're talking about. Show me the proof. You know, most of the time when people are going to send out messages and they're going to accuse you of something, they want to prove it. They want to give you information, right? So I was like, go ahead and prove it. And when the person sent the message, they sent me to a profile, and I was kind of like taken back because I'm sitting here looking at my face, but it's not my profile. And here was the actual profile. So what I did is I pulled it up. And the funny thing is I looked at it and they were telling me this was my real account. And this is where I was scamming this person. And the funny thing is as I scrolled down, I said, wow, that's a very limited amount of information for somebody to be able to scam people. But in these other countries, a lot of people are looking for ways out. And anybody who says that they have money and, hey, give me a little bit of money and I'll give you, 10 times that back. I don't know why, but they always fall for it. So the funny thing is as I looked at the information, I was like, all right, so they took my first name and put it as my last name and then put somebody named Alan as my first name. So I'm Alan Jayson. Number one, most of the time, I'd say 99% of the time, nobody is going to have a first name as a first name and a first name as a last name. It just doesn't happen that often. Every once in a while, yeah, but this is not normal. And the funny thing is I was looking at the info and I kind of was like, well, let me look at this so I could try to understand what's going on. Number one, they're doing binary trading. Binary trading is some kind of trading thing that there's people that really do it, but they're not on the internet looking for people to do it with them. I'm just going to be the truth leader here. They say that I work at some binary trader company. I never even heard of a binary trader company. They say I went to Harvard, which is nice, but I never went to Harvard. And then I went to Oxford. And here was the real catcher. The funny thing was, as I'm looking at this, as I look at the information, the person who is saying that I'm the one scamming them, they don't show it. They don't show any information. So like their name is not in here. I don't see that they posted on any of these messages or anything. Maybe they had and they deleted it. I don't know. But the funny thing is I was looking at it and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Now I went to Harvard and I went to Oxford, but here's how I speak on the first message for August 1st. It says right there, a winner never quit. Not quits, never quit. If you business fail, try again. Add more effort. Surely you will be successful. I'm just going to be the first to say that doesn't sound like a person speaking in true English, not American English or English from the United States. That's number one. Number two, if I went to Harvard and to Oxford, I'm pretty clearly I can actually really write sentences way better than this. I just believe that. Even if I'm the dumbest person at Harvard and Oxford, I believe that I can write better than this. But the funny thing is even funnier than that is right here, this actual video, I say my real name. But people don't say anything like, how is your name Alan Jayson, but your name is Jayson Flint? They don't mention that. And I'm kind of taken back because I'm sitting here trying to understand exactly what's going on. I'm trying to figure it out because I'm trying to make sure that whoever is getting scammed is not going to get scammed anymore. So what I did is my phone reset, and that's why it just blanked out. So what I did is I went and I did exactly what Facebook says to do. They say go to the profile, go to the cover photo, click on the three dots, find support, and report them, pretending to be someone. Who are they pretending to be? Me. And hit send. Now here's the thing. I know that it might take a couple of days to get some things done. And I know that I'm not a high priority on Facebook list. Number one, I don't spend money with them. So I have no vested interest from a monetary standpoint. Whatever they need to fix, they should be able to fix and take care of it and get this all corrected. But instead of doing that, they're just kind of dragging. Like, you would think that the profile would get hidden. You would think that the profile would get closed for a moment, especially when I had other people go and also attest to the fact that this is incorrect, that this is fake. But no, they don't do that. Facebook doesn't really care to take down these imposter accounts. I think that again, it's all a time sensitive thing. If I made a fake Mark Zuckerberg account or Zuckerberg account and decided to start scamming people, I know that within minutes I'd be taken down. Okay, so they're systematically watching for people like that. They're watching for the higher echelon. But for those of us who are at the bottom of this and just kind of using it to do different things and to promote different things, they don't look at this as a priority. I've reported this thing over, I don't know, at least 25 times. And then other people have too, but it's still here. And we're 2 days in and it's still here. Nobody has taken it out. The biggest concern to me is that when things like this happen, you would think their focus would be to lock the account and immediately have somebody review the information. If you look at the info, you can tell that this is a brand new created account. And here's where I think Facebook really fails. They allow you to backdate things. So they allow you to go in and put backdates on this stuff. I think that if they stop doing that, then you can stop this from happening, because anybody who would have saw all of this and saw that this person was on here trying to scam people, they may have possibly stopped, scamming from happening. But I'm going to show you some information here. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and bring up the message that was on that picture, on that photo that I had. And the message here, this is from the person who says that I scammed them. And if you look over the information, I'm sitting here and I feel for anybody who gets scammed. But at the same time, if you find an account that has 5 photos and no real context, and then you go to an account that has tons and tons of photos and information, you would think that people would say, all right, maybe I got scammed. Maybe I should tell this person, hey, somebody created a new account profile with your name and your picture. Hey, you might want to get that taken down. I just got scammed by the person. But no, they didn't do that. Instead, they sent me this message, and I just am trying to understand why Facebook wouldn't go ahead and fix the problem quickly. Why they would instead sit on it for days on end and just sit there waiting for whatever they're waiting for, whether it's, that team to come in and do it, whether they have a team looking at that information and trying to assess that. I just find it very disheartening that I've reported this over and over and over, and it doesn't get taken down. Even if I go out and I start sending things out to people, or I start doing things, you know what? Now that I've done enough of the reporting a certain way, now what I'm going to do is report it another way. So we already know it's a fake account. All right. Send it. All right. It's a fake account. It wants you to block them. And I'm like, why would I block them? I want to make sure it gets done. That's Facebook's way of getting it out of your face, but you don't know if it ever gets done. So that's number one. I went in and did that. That's number two, rather. Number three is fake name. All right. That too. They doing all of this. All of this is fake. All right. Now I'm going to go in under this one. Posting it. I can't access my account. I want help. Something else. All right. So I'm going to hit something else this time. All right. So done. Now, in the past, I saw where they had Facebook. Let me see here. It was something like Facebook and delete child account. All right, so Facebook report child account. So if I had an underage child and somebody had put their post up or something weird like that, they would supposedly take it down. But I saw this earlier and there was some more information. So if you believe that the child is a certain age and stuff, they'll put a lock on the account. I don't want to keep putting the wrong information. I just want them to take it down. And I don't understand how long this has to sit here before somebody actually goes in and takes the account out. There's just nothing you can do. All you can do is keep reporting it. But the thing is that how often, how long does it take? They've got this community standards stuff, supposedly. And this community standards stuff is supposed to help with the reasons. But it doesn't. So ultimately, what's Facebook's motivation in this? They don't have any. But again, because I'm not Mark Zuckerberg, they're not looking at my profile. They're not looking at these reports and saying, all right, we need to take care of this quickly. Imagine how many people could be scammed. Imagine if this was somebody who was going out and was finding people and putting people's addresses and information on the internet and, wanting to cause bodily harm to people. How much motivation would they have to go in and help make sure that doesn't happen? That's the problem that I see. Mine is very simple, and I hope that they take care of it. But my question is how long does it take for them to look that over? Because in the past, when I've been promoting things and I've been promoting it incorrectly in their eyes, they'll lock your account down, and they'll lock you down for a week. They'll wait. They'll go through, they'll figure out what the problem is. Then they'll either tell you, hey, we locked your account down. You're doing wrong stuff. We're going to delete this profile. Or we locked your account down and we figured out the problem. And now we're going to let you start posting again in a week. It happens all the time. But I can sit here and I've posted and I've over and over and over tried to say that was a bad account. It's an imposter. It's impostoring me. And all they do is just let me keep doing it. But the profile is still there. It still comes up and it still works. Why haven't they hidden it? Why haven't they gone in and said this profile is gone? And at first I started to go ahead and go in and start trying to write things on the profile. But then I thought about it and I said, you know what? I don't even want to give them fuel for the fire that I know that it's my stuff. So I'm just going to wait. Hopefully they'll take care of it. But this all started on the 18th and I'm still sitting here waiting, and I don't know when it's going to get fixed. So that's the end of this video. hey, I appreciate you watching it. If you've had this kind of thing happen, and you know the time frame, or maybe roughly how long it took for yours to get done, just leave me a comment. I'd really appreciate it. Or just send me a message, because I'm just trying to see how long this is going to take. I mean, 21 days, 14 days, 7 days, 1 day is too many for somebody to keep doing this to people. All right, so we'll talk about it another time. Thanks so much for your time and watching this video, and have a great day.